welcome to a whole new vlog. So for today's video, I didn't record. I didn't have time. I just went really quick, like at 7 in the morning. I started the day early because from my previous videos, you guys probably know, I've been needing to get my labs because I do have thyroid. So yeah, I went to get my labs, guys. Ouchie! If you're not yet subscribed, make sure to do so. Hit that big thumbs up, the bell notification. All right, guys, so I wasn't recording half of this, but this is the leftover tacos we're having for lunch because it's already 11:45, I believe. So yeah, I came back hungry. I was fasting for my labs. So I'm about to eat, and then I'll show you guys what I'm gonna make for dinner. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna make with the leftover meat. You guys know I freeze the meat. I'm gonna make carne with some mixed veggies and add some fresh potatoes. It's the mini potatoes. I'm not gonna chop them up or anything like that. And I'm gonna add a salsa del pato, and also I will show you, I wanted to show you whatever was left from yesterday's tacos, the cilantro and onion. They will go bad in a few days. So I'm gonna add them into the cazuela. It's already ready over there. I'll show you what I'm gonna do. Sorry. Okay. I'm gonna put the meat first. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of cilantro and cebolla there. I'm gonna add a little bit of mixed veggies in here. Alright guys, so I added some papas. They're like the mini papas right here. I added some and I just mixed it around. Again, this is the meat from Monday and I had a little bit left, so I'm just mixing it up with veggies and some potatoes, and I'm gonna add some salsa de pato and show you how it turns out. And I have some frijolitos left there, so we're gonna have it with some frijoles, and that will be dinner for tonight. Okay, I already added the salsita del pato. I'm just gonna let it stir with everything for a little bit, and I will show you when it's ready to serve. I'm gonna end up making some white rice. That way it can go as a side with my platillo here, and I'll show you guys the aftermath. I wanted to show my friends I am watching your videos, and I'm watching my friend Susie, I'm watching my friend Denise, La Prieta, if it loads. Yeah, I'm watching while I'm cooking, guys. So yeah. All right guys, so this is the finished. I made some arroz blanco. We have some frijolitos in there. And this is how it turned out with the papas, mixed veggies, and some leftover meat I had from like 2 days ago. You know, I didn't want to freeze it because it was a little bit. So I just mixed it around with some veggies and added some salsita del pato. So yeah, I'll show you guys the aftermath. A ver si les gustó. Which I'm pretty sure. Alright guys, so dinner is now served. Mr. G is already home, and this is what it looks like. We have some frijolitos already. I made some white rice, and I mixed up the carne with some veggies and some salsita del pato. So we are ready to have dinner. Hey love.
Yummy.
Alicia bien de entrada.
I know, give her a spoon. She's shoveling it.
Yeah. There's latas there. I need to put them away in my pantry. Grandma went to El Dollar and she brought some El Pato to have the little nice decorations there.
Is that carnita from the
Are you done with?
Almost. Is that carnita from the triple?
Yeah, that's the carnita you made in the crock pot on Monday.
Oh! Okay.
So I put it away. I was going to freeze it, but I'm like, you know what? It's a little bit. I'll just mix it with some veggies. And Grandma bought tampico. I would never buy it.
Well, you want it mixed, right?
But she bought it for the kids. She went, and there's Ashley right there. She already had some arroz. Say hi, Ashley, to the vlog. She already had some arrocito.
What are you doing?
And she's waiting for her second plate. Alright guys, I did not even close out the video yesterday. I just got busy, and you know, I don't like to just upload the videos without closing them up. So today is it's the next day. Today is the next day. I wanted you guys to, you know, see kind of like what I do with the leftover food. Sometimes when it's a lot of it, I freeze it for like another meal, another day. But this time, it was a little bit. It wasn't that much. It wasn't even half of a Ziploc, a freezer bag. So I went ahead and utilized that meat that we had used for tacos a previous day. It was like a day before that. I went ahead and utilized it and only add some veggies and potatoes mixed with salsa del pato. I made a little bit of rice on the side. We already had beans as well. And that was dinner, guys. My kids are not picky. Alicia's a little picky now, but she's getting the hang of like, okay, well, I don't want that meat that has chili, but I can have rice. So she'll eat the rice. All right, guys. So this is going to be called, we used to always do that before and we just stopped, but I don't see why. Because, I mean, whenever I don't cook, because I don't have time for whatever reason, I get busy, appointments, or you just never know. My schedule is like off right now. But, you know, that's a good idea for like emergencies, or to not waste any food, or to not freeze any little leftover. You know, I only freeze it when it's like a big chunk that I know I could use for a whole other meal. But this one, obviously the meat wasn't enough. So I just went ahead and mixed the meat with veggies and made it to like a carne en su jugo with veggies, and you know, just made a quick little white rice there, and that really worked out. I hope I gave you guys an idea. I have done videos like this before, but I'm not sure if I mentioned to you guys before that we used to do this previously, and it's kind of a coincidence because whenever we used to do this, it used to be always on Thursdays. And then Fridays, if I didn't get to cook for any reason, Willie would bring home, he would, on his way out of work, he would always bring something to eat for us or whatever. But it was always on a Thursday. I don't know why. Maybe like on Mondays we had leftovers from, I mean, not all the time. But you know, you cook out, like you do barbecue on weekends. So if we had like any left from like Sunday, we would eat it the next day on Monday. And of course the kids won't, or even us, we don't like to eat it from like a lot of days prior unless we freeze it right away and then have it a whole other day. But yeah, guys, and so it was just a coincidence that it was every Thursday that I would pull out my frozen things and make like a full, you know, platter, a full meal. And my sister came home one time. She came to the house. She's like, hey, what do you have to eat? I'm like, oh, I have chile verde, I believe it was. And I gave her some. Oh, it was finger licking good. She's like, oh my God, how'd you make it? I'm like, this was already made from like 2 weeks already. I don't like to freeze for more than that or even a month. But I'm like, this was from like 2 weeks. I just had a lot left. I froze it and just pulled it out and just made some salad on the side or whatever it was. She's like, oh my God, this is bomb. She's like, I wouldn't freeze my stuff. Like, it's not good. I'm like, well, you're eating it right now, girl. So yeah, that's what happened. She figured out she loved the frozen foods. Of course, they have to be homemade though. I don't like to buy the frozen Hot Pockets and all of that. True story right here, guys. I'm gonna tell you guys, and I mean, to me, it was actually a compliment. And my daughter, as you guys probably know by now, it just depends on what subject or what it is. Of course, you know, she's strong in some areas, but sensitive in others. So it turns out that I'm not sure if it was at school or where, but she didn't know how to open a Hot Pocket, guys. So I guess she got made fun of. I don't know. So she came home telling me, Mom, I didn't know how to open a Hot Pocket. She's like, I'm like, that's good. That's actually good. Like, those people that are making fun of you are not lucky enough to have their parents cook for them every day. So they probably eat frozen meals or who knows what. You should be lucky. Like, that's nothing to be ashamed of. Like, okay, you don't know how to open a Hot Pocket. Maybe because you never eat those. So I'm like, yeah, you should take that as a compliment, because not every kid is lucky to have their parents cook for them daily meals. They might cook like once a week, or I don't know. Every family is different, you know. I'm talking about my case here. So in my case, I try to cook for my kids every day. And when we have food left, I like to freeze it so they always have a home cooked meal. I usually don't buy like the frozen burritos, frozen Hot Pockets, and frozen foods at all. You know, unless, I mean, I probably do like once in a blue moon. It's very, very rare. If you guys see like the calzones or the frozen burritos, those are the ones that they give out at school. So eventually they're going to eat those, right? But as for me, buying these type of frozen foods, I do not. I haven't for years. And I mean, as far as like, if I could cook, I'd rather cook for my kids rather than having them eat frozen meals or foods or whatever. I don't have nothing against them. Sometimes they're bomb, but personally, I don't buy them for my kids. I'm gonna go ahead and close out this video. I don't want to make it too much longer. This was supposed to be just to close the video, but you know, I already shared a story with you guys and some of my ideas. I hope I help somebody out there, you know, that sometimes it gets kind of crazy and you get busy and you just don't know what to cook because this is like an everyday thing. You're like, oh my God, I already made that. Like, what should I make for today? So that's just kind of an idea. I hope I was helpful. And, you know, please comment, like, share, and subscribe. If you're not yet supporting us, you guys do know we have merch. Make sure you go check it out. You might like something. If not, that's okay. We are in the process of launching our very own boutique. Stay tuned. Follow us on our Instagram page, the Garcia Royalty Family. We all have our personal accounts, the kids, Willie and I. They are always going to be linked in the description below, along with all my kids' channels. They all have channels. Go check them out. You might like their content. If not, that's okay. Feel free to share our videos. I like to support small businesses, even though I don't get supported back all the time. But I mean, it's okay. I don't do it to receive the same support back, but it would greatly be appreciated. I will be back with more videos, guys.